In December 2010, U.S. Commerce Secretary Gary Locke, U.S. Energy Secretary Stephen Chu, and the Czech Republic Minister of Industry and Trade, Martin Kocorek, signed a joint declaration to strengthen commercial relations between our two countries and develop new opportunities in the resurgent nuclear energy sector. Today, I'm proud to announce the latest results of that declaration. I've traveled in the Czech Republic and literally around the world to work on this, and I was very privileged to travel to Texas for the signing of a MOU between Eisen and the Texas A&M. It was one of the first concrete steps from the December agreement. My friend Dr. Lee Petticord is here with us from Texas A&M, and Texas A&M has taken a leading role in helping to build some of the bridges that Deputy Secretary Poneman is going to tell you about. In addition to Mr. Horak from REJ, I should also recognize Radek Tatilek, and also from Eisen, Václav Dostal and Roman Kuzel. Thank you for being here, and all of our other friends who have been so important. And there are REJ representatives here and other Eisen representatives. Thank all of you for your hard work. The steps we will announce today are the next step forward in building on the dynamic relationship between our two countries in the civil nuclear sector. Our two regulators, the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission and the Czech State Nuclear Safety Energy Agency, led by Dana Drabova, work closely together on nuclear safety, and they have for many years. We welcomed Ms. Drabova's deputy to the United States earlier this year to meet with the NRC, and I just hosted a 6-member NRC team that came here to the Czech Republic to listen, to learn, to exchange ideas with their Czech counterparts, to discuss initiatives on counterfeit and fraudulent nuclear items, approaches to better physical security, how we can be prepared to resist cyber terrorism, and also to discuss a design overview of the Westinghouse AP1000 reactor that is one of the 3 bidders. Westinghouse is one of the 3 bidders, of course, in the Temelín process.
It is meaningful and significant that within 100 days of assuming office, President Barack Obama came to Prague to articulate his vision of a nuclear future. A vision of a nuclear future that is safe, secure, and peaceful in the use of nuclear power around the world. The President made clear that nuclear power has a critical role to play in building a low-carbon future, but it must be done in a manner that is safe, secure, and minimizes the threat of the spread of nuclear weapons. And it was fitting that the President should have chosen this place to make that statement because of the long history and deep expertise that this nation has when it comes to nuclear issues. Your companies, your engineers, your safety regulators, and policymakers have long been held in high regard. And I can speak to this with some personal experience because when I served at the White House under President Clinton, many, many years ago, the question was presented whether the United States should be supportive of U.S. companies working in instrumentation and control of Temelín, and we said yes. Having looked at the safety regulatory process here, we had that kind of confidence, and that kind of confidence extends to today. And that is why it is also fitting that today we are announcing a deepening and widening of that already robust cooperation between our two nations, and a step that is very much in keeping with the spirit of President Obama's vision, the Prague vision, as we call it, that he articulated here 2.5 years ago. By bringing together our scientists and engineers, our national laboratories, our universities, our regulators, the joint R&D efforts we are announcing today will help advance the development of safe and secure access to peaceful nuclear energy for all. U.S. and Czech researchers and experts will be working together to advance nuclear technologies, to share information and best practices, and to leverage individual areas of expertise to achieve mutually beneficial advancements in civil nuclear energy. And as the ambassador said, there are 5 areas we're particularly focusing on here. First, our universities are going to be playing a central role in advancing research and development cooperation. Specifically, Texas A&M University, and again, I want to acknowledge the great work done so far and to be done in the future by Dr. Lee Petticord. We're delighted you're here with us, sir. We'll be partnering with Brno University of Technology, the Czech Technical University, and the University of West Bohemia. Researchers at these universities, just for starters, will work together on 2 important projects. One, to research ways of improving the efficiency of analysis of reactor cores and the neutron flux and dynamics in those cores. And secondly, on finding ways to improve the safety of nuclear materials and technologies. This is just the beginning. Through the department's Nuclear Energy Universities program, we will be continuing to explore new areas of cooperation between our university communities. Second, at the government level, the Department of Energy, led by my good friend and our Assistant Secretary for Nuclear Energy, Dr. Pete Lyons, will be joining with the Czech Ministry of Industry and Trade, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the State Agency for Nuclear Safety to conduct a regional nuclear safety workshop this October. Nations from across Central Europe will come together to share technical information and best practices on ways to strengthen nuclear safety, including improving nuclear safety and accident management practices, emergency preparedness, and public communication, which is very important. Third, at the level of our national laboratories, we will be partnering in 4th generation nuclear power reactors, and in particular, I would like to talk about cooperation we have got developing in shipping molten salt we currently have stored at our Oak Ridge National Laboratory in Tennessee to the REŽ Nuclear Research Institute, where Czech researchers will conduct additional experiments to continue advancing the Czech's molten salt reactor development program. The results from this experiment will also be shared with U.S. experts who will be able to benefit from the data as well. This goes to the theme of partnership. The United States researchers had spent many years looking at this technology. They gave it a rest. Now our REŽ colleagues are interested in the same thing our researchers had begun. We have some assets we can make available. They will work with those. We'll compare results. This is what partnership is all about. Fourth, this collaboration also opens the door for information sharing on fluoride volatility methods and how they can be applied to treat used nuclear fuel. In fact, on this subject, we're planning to organize a workshop here in Prague later this year to share technical information on our R&D programs and to explore additional opportunities for cooperation. And fifth and finally, and this is something I'm very enthusiastic about, in partnership with the state of Texas and the Nuclear Power Institute, we will be launching an exchange program for high school science teachers. Under this program, 2 teachers from the Czech Republic will have the opportunity to visit Texas and vice versa. This program will help facilitate ongoing collaboration between teachers and academics in both countries and will serve the also important purpose of getting that next generation of young kids and students enthusiastic about science and technology and the opportunities that peaceful nuclear cooperation presents. We've already had preliminary indications that the kids love this as much, if not more, than the teachers do. So the United States is very pleased and gratified to be partnering with our Czech colleagues to pursue innovation in the safe and secure use of nuclear energy to the benefit of both of our peoples. It's a great day for our expanding cooperation. It's all about partnership. It's about strengthening our energy security, and it's going to create jobs and prosperity for people in both of our nations.
I would like to say that we highly appreciate the possibility of or to start bilateral collaborative research and development in nuclear areas, which can be beneficial for both countries. Our common interest is to contribute to R&D of advanced nuclear power technologies, which will be safe, more effective, economical, proliferation resistant, sustainable and friendly for the environment. We are ready to realize the research and development under the intention of sign joint declaration between US DOE and the Czech Ministry of Industry and Trade based on a contract with our ministry. We believe that launch bilateral collaboration in nuclear power development deepens existing informal contacts between US and Czech nuclear scientists and creates the conditions for future close collaboration in US and Czech nuclear industry and new nuclear programs. We await the collaboration in a research and development area focused or aimed on following two main items. Advanced fluoride salt-cooled high-temperature reactors, and in the area of pyrochemical fuel cycle technology called, as you mentioned, fluoride volatility method. It's enabled us to participate in the high-tech technology, increase reciprocally our knowledge, but also to take part in the future deployment of this modern nuclear technology. Thank you.